Hello again and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Nonya. So today's video is about the cost of relocating. That is, I'm going to be sharing how much we spent while trying to relocate to the United Kingdom. All the information you need about relocating and how much you would spend is available on the official website or sites of the United Kingdom, which is the gov.uk website. But this video is about how much we spent while trying to relocate. That's in 2022. We came here on the 13th of October 2022. We left Nigeria on the 12th of October 2022. So you can tell that the cost would have changed from what it is now in 2023 as of the time of making this video. But then I'm going to say how much we spent and maybe the new fees for 2023. But you may also want to confirm how much you would be spending if you have not left already, or it may not be exactly the same thing that you would spend, but this is what we spent, or this was what it cost us to relocate. So I'll start from the very beginning. The first thing that we had to do for me was to do the IELTS exam. I wrote the IELTS exam as opposed to applying for NARIC. So for the IELTS, it cost me 89,500 naira. But now I hear that it is currently 100,000 if you are in Nigeria. That's what I think the new fees is when I checked last. But as at the time that I wrote my exam, it was 89,500. So after my IELTS exam came out on the 27th of July 2022, I decided to book an appointment to do the tuberculosis test. For me, it cost me 57,800 naira, and for my children, it cost them 23,100 naira. So now I think it currently costs 60,000 naira for people that are above the age of 11. So it's not just for adults, it's for tuberculosis, it's for people that are above 11. You spend more than people that are below 11, because children that are below 11 will not need to go through any x-rays. They're just going to ask a couple of questions and then they're going to issue them certificates based on the answers that you have given. So my three children didn't have to be put under any form of x-ray, but they just paid the fees and they asked me a couple of questions as to how they're breathing and how their health is, and they issued me a certificate. But for me as an adult, I had to go through the x-ray, and so my own fee was 57,800, right? So you bear that in mind if your child is above 11. So it's not just for adults and children. So that you can tell the difference. Now for children, I hear it is 30,000 naira. So you may want to do the conversion. After that, the next thing we did was to now apply for our visas, because the major requirement for the type of visa that we were applying for was to do the IELTS or NARIC, and then to get the tuberculosis test done, to apply for the visa, and then pay for the IHS, which is the immigration health surcharge. I didn't do any police report because the nature of my visa did not require me to do police reports. In other words, if your type of visa requires that you do maybe some kind of police report, then you'd have to include that fees. But my visa didn't require it, so I'm not going to be including that. So after those two major stuff, we had to apply for the visa. The visa fee for four of us, that's me and the three children, was £625 as at the time when we did it in 2022. 625 for each of us. Then after that, we had to pay the immigration health surcharge. The immigration health surcharge for the children was £470 as at the time we did it. £470 for each child. Then for me, it was £624. Now, £624 for me. Now, you have to multiply that by the number of years that your visa is supposed to be for until you renew it. So if you're doing a 5-year visa, it's usually more. And then if you're doing a 2-year visa, all you need to do is multiply that. Now, as of 2023, I learned that the visa immigration health surcharge fee has increased now for children from £470 to £779. Then for adults from £624 to £1,035. That's what I've seen in the last time as I'm making this video anyway. So that was how much we spent. Then after that, when we applied for the visa, the next thing was we had other supporting documents, for example, like the birth certificate of the children. That does not require any cost, so that's not what this video is all about. But those are the main costs. Any other amount of money that you spend, for example, I'm not going to talk about how much I will spend for biometrics, because biometrics is free in the area where we chose, which was Ikeja. Ikeja is free. VI cost money. I chose the VI for one of my kids. It was out by error anyways. And when you choose, you know that already for biometrics, when you choose a particular location, you cannot change it. So I had to go to VI for one of my kids, and that was when we paid. I think as at that time it was $51. Yes, I think for one of my children. Then for Ikeja it is free. But if you want to do priority, those are extra charges. So that's why I'm not talking about those ones, because extra charges is up to you. It depends on you. See, there are other different types of packages that you may want to choose for your biometrics, but those are optional. So it's not something that I would want to include in the fees, because they are very optional. Okay. So aside that, biometrics, after we did that, when our visa came out, our BRP letter, that's the biometric resident permit letter, came out on the 30th of August. We applied we went for biometrics on the 20th of August. Our visa BRP letter came on the 30th of August. That was like 10 days window. I remember clearly. But the passport, the time we're given to come and pick up the passport was on the 4th of September, was when we got a mail to come and pick up our passport. So I went the next day, which was on the 5th of September 2022, to pick up the passport now. So we're supposed to leave Lagos, Nigeria as of 30th of November. Last day to leave Lagos, Nigeria was 30th of November 2022, but we hadn't bought our flight tickets. So we started looking for cheaper flights. I called a friend who told me some strategies on how to get cheaper flights. She said you could check at midnight. You will find cheaper flights at midnight. So I was very excited about that. And truly, I decided to find. But the flight I found that was really, really cheap was on the 12th of October. So imagine when I picked up our passport from the 5th of September till the 12th of October. But that was when I found cheaper flight. By that time, we were already ready. We don't read. So cheaper flight was the option. And so at that time, the car, when we sold our car, it was the money amount of money we made from selling the car that we used in buying the ticket. So the ticket we got was 700,000 naira for 4 of us, 3 children, 1 adult. I am telling you, it was that cheap. 700,000 naira. That was less than £650, for 4 of us. So we quickly grabbed it, booked it, paid for it, and by the grace of God, on the 12th of October, we left Nigeria. So these were the total amount of money that we spent, and I thought that I should share that with you. So if you've asked questions about how much did it cost you, how much did you spend, that's the breakdown from the time we started the application up until the time that we traveled and came here. Every other thing we did were optional. Of course, buying things and preparing and whatever, those were optional. Nobody sent you down. They are not compulsory. You do not have to do all of those. So those are your choices. So I hope this video helps somebody, but please always ensure that whatever you watch on YouTube, always confirm on the official website, because that's where you're all going to get the detailed information. Also, I hope this helps somebody who has asked questions about how much it costs. And thank you for watching this video. And please do not forget to hit the like button and hit on the subscribe button. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.